We are on the cusp of iPadOS 16 hitting the shelves for everyone. iPadOS 16.1 comes Monday morning, and I honestly couldn't care less. iPadOS 16 is a big bag of meh in the feature department. It's not interesting, which really contrasts with my opinion of iPadOS 16 earlier in the year. I did a whole video on how excited I was about iPadOS 16 and it coming and all the stuff it was going to let me do, and I loved it. But now I actually kind of don't care. The biggest reason I don't care is that Stage Manager is not the feature. It was never the feature. Stage Manager on my iPad 12.9-inch screen is terrible. The UI takes up way too much room. It is way too finicky to work with. It just doesn't really enhance my productivity. In fact, what I end up building is split screen again. That's what I end up building because you can't really get more than 2 windows where you can actually see all the content on them. So it's useless to me on the iPad screen. Now, Stage Manager was actually useful in one scenario, which isn't in the software right now, when you had proper external support, which they pulled out. Instead, we're now back to pillar boxed screens where we can't, it's a waste. That's it. It's a waste. We have so much power in our iPads right now, and my iPad M1 is so powerful that I don't even see the need to get an M2 iPad, especially since the software is, I'm going to have to say, terrible. There's no enhancement for getting an M2. It's a little bit faster. Great. Even the M1, it's a little bit faster than my old iPad Pro, but great. The big feature was having that second screen, right? I did that whole video where I showed off having my email and having my tasks open at the same time and having Solver open to do US to Canadian conversion for my taxes. I showed off, doing notes on one screen and doing reading on the other screen. Things that actually enhance the iPad productivity, made it more useful to me. And instead we're back to pillar box. So until we get second screen support, I don't care about iPadOS 16. I'm going to stay on the beta, in fact, until we get it, because I really want second screen support. That was the feature. In that context, Stage Manager was good, where I could have multiple apps on the screen. I could see my email, my calendar, my tasks, a calculator, all those things at once. That's where it was useful. Otherwise, Stage Manager is a waste of time. Now I realize that the slice of iPad users that have an M1 iPad, that have a desk, like you see behind me, that they can dedicate to an iPad with an external screen and hubs and everything else is small. But those users that do have these things are the power users. They're like myself, who really want to dive into the iPad, who have, I spent almost a year programming on an iPad only, and that was my main interface to all of my work. And I stopped because I realized I was just fighting it all the time. And I feel like I'm saw a glimmer of support where, hey, maybe we'll be able to do this. Maybe it won't be such a fight all the time. Then Apple has taken it away. And maybe they took it away for good reasons, because it was buggy on the second screen. There were issues. I agree with all of these things. But that means the headline feature, second screen support, that's finally proper, is not coming in iPadOS 16. I just have to deal with the dumb pillar boxes. For now, I'm going to keep looking at my iPad desk behind me fondly, remembering when it was really useful to me. Because right now, it's just a pillar box screen. If you liked the video, thumbs up below. If you loved it, subscribe, hit the bell. YouTube will let you know something happened. Otherwise, you can support the channel, curtismchale.ca/membership. Or if you want to take my courses on SkillShare, you can find those below. Have an awesome day.